It's Saturday, June 22nd, 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please make sure to like, share, subscribe, share these videos all over the place. Again, I really appreciate you tuning in today. We have a lot to talk about. I printed up a bunch of articles. Please feel free to comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on any of this. None of this is really in any order, but I thought it was pretty relevant to talk about. And I'm going to start with this first one coming from The Hedge. Dozens of Tesla trucks vandalized in Florida parking lot. I believe this happened sometime yesterday on Friday, right off of Sunrise Boulevard and US 1. And somebody had graffitied, I think about 34 Tesla trucks. These things, started about 80 grand, $100,000 trucks. Elon is what was spray painted on these vehicles. Now, I'm not a big fan of Tesla. I think Elon Musk is brilliant. He's genius. I think the jury is still out on who he really is and what he's all about, but I'm giving him the benefit of a doubt. Again, I'm not a big Tesla fan. I think these trucks are hideous, but this is disgusting. And this is absolutely against the law, this vandalism of property. People, I think, were waiting for these trucks. They were in a parking area where they were being stored before they were shipped. And to go and do that to these vehicles, whether you like Elon Musk or not, if you like Tesla or not, this is absolutely criminal, socially disturbing. And again, this is what is happening in society. This is total BS. People have no respect for other people's property. Whether you like somebody or you don't, it gives nobody the right to vandalize somebody's property. This is just a reminder of just how far we are falling socially as a country when somebody can just begin spray painting and destroying and vandalizing somebody's property. Absolutely disgusting. Again, dozens of Tesla trucks vandalized in Florida parking lot. What do you think about this? What do you think about people just vandalizing buildings, cars, trucks, people's homes, statues? To me, it's just a sign of where our society is going and how disrespectful it is, how we have no respect for laws, property, the police, one another, ourselves. People have no respect for themselves. People don't care about what they look like, what condition they're in. They just don't care. How many of you have seen people just walking around at the store or a restaurant basically dressed in their pajamas? Their kids in their pajamas. This is where we're at. I remember back in the day, people just didn't do this. People actually had a little respect for themselves, cared about what they look like, took care of their temple, took care of their body. People don't care. They eat garbage. They don't work out. They don't have any respect for their body. They don't have any respect for their minds. They have no respect for their spirit. And this is where it's all going. This is where it's all heading. And they certainly have no respect for other people's property. Here's another one from The Hedge today. Hundreds of thousands of Americans are going off-grid in anticipation of what is coming. I thought this was pretty interesting. Again, check all this stuff out yourself. Do your own homework. Do your own due diligence. It's important that we're all really taking a few minutes out of the day and educating ourselves with what is going on, opening up our minds a little bit and thinking outside of the box. It says here, as society descends into chaos, which no doubt it is, previous article of what just happened with these Tesla trucks, vast numbers of people are choosing to pull the plug and walk away. People are trying to insulate themselves as much as possible. They're trying to become less dependent on the system. So what happens to the system has less impact on you if you're out of the system. I think that makes a lot of sense. People know, it says here, that the system is going to melt down and they're getting out. It's beginning to melt down right now, without a doubt. You're watching the meltdown in society. You're watching the meltdown, what's happening financially. And so people are seeing the warning signs. It says here, 250,000 people are now completely off grid. But that means millions, hundreds of millions of people are not. And so I realize, certainly myself, that I could not be 100% off grid. Many of you would probably agree you cannot be 100% off grid. So what can we do if we can't be 100% off grid? I think that we get out of the system as much as we can. So when this whole thing melts down, the system has less impact on you. So maybe not keeping all your money in the bank is one way of getting out. Not keeping all your money in these markets, not all your money sitting on a computer screen. Maybe owning some gold and silver and not just owning dollars. Maybe, these are some good ways to get partially out of the system. I'd love to know your thoughts on this. What are some ways, and I'm asking all of you, what are some ways right now we can get out of the system? I think putting food and water away is a good way to get out of the system, because when that day comes and things are in meltdown mode, you do not want to be going to your local Walmart. Trust me, you do not want to be going to your local grocery store. These will be the most chaotic places. They will be wiped out probably within 24 hours, if even that long. And it's going to be very chaotic in these places. So if you have your own food and water, you can hunker down. You don't need to go out. I think another option would be if you can have, if you have the ability, maybe you buy a place that is more remote, and maybe try to get to that during this meltdown. If you can get to a place, maybe in a smaller town, rural area, that would probably be another great option if you have the ability, if you have the means to do something like that. These are just a couple ideas off the top of my head right now. What are your thoughts on this? What are some ideas? How can we get out of the system right now before the complete meltdown? Let me know. Here's another one today. A new high-rise building will have LA homeless in $600,000 units. This is all over the news. This came out a couple days ago. To me, this makes no sense whatsoever. I have empathy for all people, especially homeless people, but giving homeless people $600,000 units in a high-rise makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. So it's 278 units. 19-story development known as Weingart Tower in Los Angeles. It's intended to help people right now who cannot get shelter on Skid Row. This to me is absolutely psychotic with how they're just wasting our money out here. The building will have an entire floor of offices for caseworkers. That sounds wonderful. It's going to have a gym. It's going to have an art room, a music room, a computer room, and a library. Residents will enjoy 6 common balconies and a cafe. Do these people who are wasting our money, who are robbing us blind and building $600,000 luxury apartments for homeless people, do they not realize that these people have mental disorders, mental disabilities? I'm looking at the renderings of this building, absolutely beautiful. Most people would their dream would be to live in a building like this. This is what they're considering affordable housing now in Los Angeles. $600,000 units at a cost of $165 million, funded by the lovely people of California. This makes no sense whatsoever. And we have around 80,000 homeless people in LA County, and this is 278 units at a cost of $165 million. I'm not an economist, but this makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever. This is just throwing money away. You're going to give these people a gym, a music room, an art room, common balconies. These people have mental disorders. They don't need gyms and art rooms. They need help. They need help. $600,000 per unit. What do you think about this? This is absolutely outrageous, the way we are wasting money. 80,000 people on the streets of Los Angeles. We've got vets that cannot get help. We have elderly people in this state who cannot get help. We just have the average American in this state that cannot get help, who are struggling paycheck to paycheck. And we are burning money at a rate that is just out of this world. Let me know your thoughts. Here's another one. 71% of Ohio 8th graders not proficient in math, according to a new report. And it says here, Ohio fared better than the rest of the nation, according to the latest Annie E. Casey Foundation Kids Count Data book. So they're actually doing well in Ohio, apparently, because only 71% of their 8th graders are not proficient in math. Is this country done at this point? I mean, the educational system has absolutely collapsed. How in the world do we remain, if we even really are a superpower right now, how do we remain being a superpower when this amount of children in this country are not proficient in math? Many are not proficient. I've seen some of the numbers in Chicago, New York. Many of them at a 5th grade level of high school kids at a 5th grade level of reading and math. What is going on with the educational system here in America? And how do we remain a superpower when our kids are not getting educated, when they can't count, they can't read? This is very, very, very concerning. We should all be very concerned because this is the future of America. People are retiring, people are aging, and you would expect that younger people are going to come in, they're going to be educated, they're going to be innovators, they're going to want to work hard, they're going to be able to read, they're going to be able to add basic math, 10 plus 10 equals 20. I don't know. It's not a good sign for the future of this country. Here's another one from The Hedge. Housing downturn in Austin, Texas is remarkable as inventory spikes to record high. This article gives a lot of data from Nick Gerli. I think that's his name, Gerli, Gerli. I've watched a lot of his videos. Real bright guy, spot on with a lot of his assessment of what's happening in real estate. Supply of existing homes in the U.S. has increased 18.5% from last year. Still low, but we are now watching momentum in housing with more inventory, and it is increasing. Austin, Texas now has the highest inventory on record. It has the highest inventory on record, more than 25% higher than the previous pre-pandemic high, and the listings keep coming. I remember people telling me that, it's never going to end, all the FOMO. We were in Austin last year. I was blown away with the amount of single-family residences and multifamily that is going up there, even commercial. Back in 2022, Austin's housing market hit a 50% over valuation rate. Typical home value $556,000 versus fair home value of $365,000. They base this on local incomes. The downturn in Austin over the last 2 years is almost 20%. Combined with some income growth, it has now made the market only about 15% overvalued in 2024, although prices could drop even more. Again, going back to our trip last September out there in Austin, I was blown away. Never seen so much construction in my life. And, Tesla's laying off, other tech companies laying off in the Austin area. Many of these tech companies moved out to the Austin area and now have been laying people off. So how much of this is sustainable? Now all of these new homes are being built, all this multifamily is being finished, more coming on the market, and guess what? People are losing jobs. Wages not keeping up with prices. What's going to keep this machine going is the question. When people are losing jobs, when inflation is not going down, and people are paying more in taxes, more in property insurance, auto insurance, credit card rates are going up, a pound of hamburger, a pound of steak is going up. How are people going to keep this up? And who's going to buy all of this new inventory that is hitting the market now and will be hitting the market in months to come? How are they going to keep the machine going? I don't know. But, I think people really get misled here when they see all this massive construction and they just think that, well, everything must be good, because if it wasn't, they wouldn't be building all these new homes. They wouldn't be building all these high rises and all this multifamily. Things must be booming. But these projects, were set in stone, a year ago. And so now they have to move forward. But this could be really, really bad timing for a lot of these developers and builders. And let's not forget interest rates, higher for longer. Mortgage rates are near 7% right now. I don't know how this continues. I think it ends very, very bad. Here's another one. Reality TV's new star, the mansion nobody is buying. I pulled this up on Drudge today. The deals are dropping off. No one is buying overpriced mansions today here in Los Angeles. And if you watch some of these high-end luxury real estate shows on TV, a lot of people are addicted to them. In fact, many agents right now that are in the business got into the business because they would watch $1 Million Listing and some of these other shows. But now that these people are in the business, they're beginning to watch a slowdown, a massive slowdown in home sales across the board. When people watch stuff on TV, they look at it and they go, wow, it looks so fun. It looks so easy. It looks glamorous. It's sexy. I can make a lot of money. I'm going to do that. And people have no idea. But here's what's happening right now in LA in the high-end market. Listings are sitting. Deals are falling through. Commissions are being cut. And the business has become more and more cutthroat. And more agents are going broke, especially in the luxury market, the $1 million market. You don't just get a $10 million listing and that's it, and you put it on the MLS and hope it sells. No, these people expect you to spend lots of money, tens of thousands of dollars, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars on some of these properties. They're going in the Rob Report, the DuPont Registry, they're going on certain TV shows, they're being advertised across the world. It costs a lot of money to sell these types of homes. You're going to spend, you take on a home at $100 million listing, a $100 million home, an $80 million home. You're going to be spending hundreds of thousands of dollars trying to sell that home. And you're going to spend tens of thousands of dollars, selling homes that, cost 10, 20, $30 million. These people who watched this and fantasized about making all this money and selling $1 million homes or just getting in the real estate market, maybe they're selling $400,000 or $500,000 homes. They're going to find out after 12 months of making no money that it's much harder than it looked. That it's time to go back to the coffee house. It's time to go back to delivering pizzas. It's back to the nail salon. It's back to working at the hotel, folding towels or whatever they're doing. A lot of these people are not going to make money in real estate. The real estate business, if you're in lending, appraisals, sales, the mortgage end of this business, anything related to real estate is getting clobbered right now, and this is just probably the second inning. It is going to get much, much more difficult. So you're going to see a lot of people exit this industry, and they're going back, to what they were doing before. That's just the way it is. It is going to get very, very rough out there for anybody in the real estate business. Make sure you have a fallback plan. I've told people years ago, if you're in the real estate industry, I hope you are saving your money because a major downturn is coming. People will go, oh, but home sales are at all-time highs. That's wonderful. You could ask anything you want for your home. You can ask $1 million today, but is it going to sell? If things aren't selling, if nobody's buying anything, you have a collapsing market. You have a very stagnant market where nobody is making money. Sellers can't sell. People that sell these homes, whether they're $300,000 or $30 million, they're not making money. And every industry connected to real estate is not making money now. From the mortgage companies to the real estate companies to the appraisers to the landscaper. It's really hurting across the board. And so something's going to have to give here. Either prices are going to get real, or they're going to have to push mortgage rates down again to 3%, 2.65%, who knows? But you got to have a job, though. Even at 2.65%, you got to have a job to buy a house. So we have a lot of people losing jobs. So it's a mess. It is a mess. And as I said many, many years ago, I hope you're saving your money, because we're going to see a very, very long slowdown in the housing market, and it has begun. I will finish with this last one. Why has China purchased farmland near 19 different military bases inside the U.S.? First off, how could our leaders, our politicians, have even allowed this to happen? Somebody please comment down below and tell me. And why are we making it so easy for China to come in, buy land? First off, I don't think any foreign nation should be able to buy land in America, my opinion. I just don't think that America should be for sale, especially our precious farmland. This should be only allowed to be purchased by other Americans, not outsiders, not foreign countries. I don't think it should be allowed. On top of that, you're selling land that is near military bases, which puts everybody in danger in the United States. Why is this being allowed to happen? I have no idea. If you do, comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think that China or any other nation should be allowed to buy farmland in America? I don't think they should be. I think this should be illegal. I think it should be banned. I think something needs to be done about it right now. It is really jeopardizing our security as a nation, as a people, allowing China to be so close, to be spying on our military bases. Look, everybody's spying on everybody. We all understand that. But why are we making it so easy for this Communist Party to be spying on us? Why are we making it so easy? We should be making it extremely difficult. They're making it difficult for us. They're not allowing us to go into China and buy land, and especially near their military bases. Anyways, let me know your thoughts on all this. Please like, share, subscribe, share these videos everywhere. Pray for this country. We need a miracle. And, be safe out there. Exercise situational awareness. I think that we're really going to see some crazy events really happen, be really unleashed this year in 2024. I'm not even looking into 2025 right now. I think that we're going to see some really wild events take place this year, 2024. So keep your eyes open. Be safe. Exercise situational awareness. As always, I look forward to speaking to each and every one of you. Talk to all of you soon.